What's up, fellas? We just got some crazy news recently that the Bulls traded Jimmy Butler and the 16th pick to the Timberwolves for Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and the 7th pick of this year's draft. And I'm gonna get straight to the point. I think this new Minnesota team will be the 3rd or 4th best team in the Western Conference, and they're going to win at least 50 games next season. I know some people might think that this trade is only good for the short term. Zach LaVine was only a 22-year-old with a high ceiling and fit really well with the rest of the Wolves, while averaging 19 points per game last season. But Jimmy Butler, man. He's arguably a top 10 player in the NBA and a legitimate star. LaVine also tore his ACL a few months ago. We've seen players in the past who were never the same again after an injury like that. Offensively, Butler is way better than LaVine at creating his own shot and drawing double teams when he drives into the paint, so guys like Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns will get a ton of open looks. And defensively, it's not even close. Butler is a top 3 defender at his position. In the short term, this trade is incredible for the Timberwolves. In the long term, however, it might not be that good. They also gave up Chris Dunn, who didn't have a great rookie season, but he was the 5th pick of the 2016 draft and he still has room to grow. And the 7th pick this year, Lauri Markkanen, is also a good prospect. Butler is almost 28 years old, so he's in the middle of his prime and does not fit the timeline of Wiggins or Towns. By the time that these two guys reach their primes, Butler will already be on the decline. But in this video, we're only going to be looking at the short term. The Wolves' projected starting lineup next season will be Rubio, Butler, Wiggins, Jang, and Towns. That's pretty scary. They still need a better bench though, so we can assume that they'll add more pieces this summer to round out their team. Or maybe they won't, and Tom Thibodeau will play his starters 48 minutes a game. I'm just kidding. But it's nice to see Butler reuniting with Tibbs. Let's look at their backcourt first. They have arguably the best defensive backcourt in the entire league. Rubio and Butler are both amazing defenders who don't turn the ball over that much. Last season, Rubio averaged 9 assists per game with just 2.6 turnovers. Butler averaged 24 points and 5.5 assists per game with just 2.1 turnovers. So these guys know how to take care of the ball. Since Rubio is a pass-first point guard, Butler is the perfect complement to him at the 2-guard spot. He can shoot, he can play off the ball, cut to the basket, it's a perfect duo. He can also handle the ball and take some pressure off of Rubio if he's having a bad game. Butler is also going to elevate Wiggins and Towns' games because he's a guy who can draw defenders away from them and give them more space to work with. Butler's assist numbers have increased every season since his rookie year, so it's something that he's always improving on. The Wolves last year ran a lot of ISOs for Wiggins and Towns, especially after LaVine got injured. They both got their numbers and had some ridiculous scoring games, but the team was still losing, because sometimes it felt like those two were the only players doing anything. With Butler on that team, those situations are not going to happen. We're going to be seeing a lot more drive and kicks in the offense. The attention he draws would free up a lot of space on the floor. Wiggins and Towns shot 36% and 37% respectively on their threes last season, but they're going to be higher with more open looks that Butler will help them get. Now, we know what these 4 guys are going to provide. Rubio will still be a great passer, Butler, Wiggins, and Towns will get buckets. The X factor in this lineup is Gorgui Dieng. As of now, he's the best interior defender on the team, but it's going to be interesting to see what the Wolves do with him offensively. Last season, the Wolves' best 5-man lineups that played at least 50 minutes total included Dieng in 3 of the top 5. He was very effective playing alongside Towns because he's surprisingly pretty versatile. He came into the league as a rim protector, but he's steadily improved in the last few years. He has become a decent passer with a reliable mid-range jumper as well. Butler is going to take away most of his touches too, and there are going to be stretches during a game where Jang never even sniffs the ball. It's likely that he'll get most of his points from offensive rebounds and putbacks instead, or when he's playing with the second unit. Either way, Jang is a great player to have because he's going to be doing all of the dirty work that every team needs if they want to win. So to sum everything up, offensively, the Wolves will not have any problem scoring. The main question is going to be on defense. They were 27th in the league in defensive efficiency last season, and even though Butler will help with that, the anchors on defense comes from the bigs. Both Dieng and Towns are okay defenders, but neither of them have shown that they can hold down the paint consistently. It's worth noting that the Wolves were much better defensively near the end of the season, compared to the beginning, because the players were still adapting to Tom Thibodeau's defensive system. Butler will also be very vocal on defense, directing where players should go and making sure nobody misses any rotations, which is really important. If everything comes together and they develop that chemistry, I believe Minnesota has a legitimate chance at being the third best team in the West, behind of course Golden State and San Antonio. They most likely won't win the title, but they are definitely going to contend in the playoffs and give every team a hard time, as long as they stay healthy. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. What do you guys think of the Butler trade? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you next time.